Since February has an extra day this year, some are wondering whether that means they're working for free today. Payroll changes of an added workday are based on a number of factors: pay frequency and whether an employee is salaried or hourly. Hourly workers get the biggest benefit, of course, an entire extra day of pay, but most salaried workers, they're not entitled to extra compensation for an extra day. Their paychecks are usually split by pay periods, which is 26 times for biweekly workers and 12 for monthly payments. And for more on how it works in reaction to this argument, we are joined live by employment lawyer Daniel Lublin. Daniel, it's great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
This is kind of interesting because there's this notion that if you earn a salary, that you are working for free today. What is your take on that?
So there is a portion of the workforce that actually is working for free today. It may be unfair, but it's certainly not illegal. And I have seen some people talk about it as potentially wage theft. It doesn't actually rise to that level because there is no statutory obligation to pay for the extra day today. People who are paid hourly are paid for the time. People who are paid salary according to their contracts, they are working for free. It may be unfair, but it's not illegal.
Okay, so the average salaried worker could be losing out on hundreds of dollars. That's the truth, right? It really adds up, especially at a time like this when the cost of living is so high. Is it really fair for employers not to compensate their staff on a day like this?
Fairness is subjective. It's a matter of perspective. The government of Ontario has made a lot of changes in the last couple of years. There was the Working for Workers Act, and people have put this to politicians to see if the government will maybe potentially enact change. So this is potentially something that they should consider doing. But as it currently stands, unfair, not illegal.
Right, and no law states that, as you noted, it's not illegal, that salaried workers must be paid extra in a leap year. Do you think that'll change? Is it a good idea to talk to your employer about this, or should you just let this one go?
Awareness is very important. So some unions will bring this to collective bargaining and try to have that incorporated into a collective agreement so that the unionized workers receive the extra pay. That's one way to do it. Some people, certainly in contractual negotiations, when you're hired for a job, you could say, hey, if there's a leap year, I want to be paid, but nobody's going to actually think to do that. So unless the government steps in and makes this type of change, I think every 4 years, some people are going to work an extra day for free.
Daniel, then there's the other side of the argument, people saying, you know, you're paid to do a job, to deliver results, and sometimes working a few extra hours just comes with the territory. What do you say to that?
Well, that's a matter of perspective as well. I mean, people should be paid for the work that they do. Some people will work an extra couple hours and don't necessarily command pay for it, but there are rules, and those rules have to be followed. If you work overtime, you should be paid. The current rules don't have an extra day of pay if you're on salary.
Okay, Daniel Lublin, employment lawyer, thanks so much for joining us and
My
for
pleasure.
your perspective. We really appreciate this.
Thank you.